Okay, one of my favorite skills to teach children is the skill that it is polite to stand for others. So, if the President of the United States walked into the room, whether you like the current president or not, what would we all do? We would stand. And why would we do that? You're right, out of respect that we have for the office of the president. And in that moment that we stood up, we would feel that little thing in our heart. You know, that thing we feel that reminds us of how we feel about things. Well, teaching our children to stand for adults is a polite reminder to them of how they feel about the adults in their lives. And what I believe is that when our children do this, it increases the love between family members. So I teach children that it is not polite for them to take their seats at the dinner table until the adults at the table have sat down, but especially until their mother has sat down. What does that mean? It means that when mom says, "Hey kids, it's time to eat," that the children come to the table and they stand behind their chair until their mother has sat down. And then all of the boys or gentlemen at the table do not take their seat until all of the ladies at the table sit down. That means that brothers stand until their sisters sit down. And when brothers do this kind consideration, that sisters then are very gracious and show their gratitude for their kindness by saying, "Thank you for standing. I appreciate that." When we teach children to stand for adults, it gives them that same gift, that gift that they feel good about themselves. Why? Because they're doing a kind act. It's also polite to stand when we are introducing ourselves. We never greet one another sitting, but we stand when we greet people, especially when we greet someone for the first time that day. We stand. Teach that. It really helps create more love in a home.